in it to win it every single match. We saw them starting off today against 7, and they did win that one. So, ladies and gentlemen, get excited. It's the Esports Arena Rewind 2 Grand Finals. Froyotech versus Ascent. Badonsky in this first mid-fight spams down some stickies. You can hear the crowd behind me. They're getting some damage down now. Blaze down on the ground, looking to get some aggressive bomb. Go up to drop down potentially. Sai got the first casualty of this match. Taken down by Habib, getting the first frag there. Yomps just waiting patiently, ready to go. Getting up on that point. He did see the soldiers bombed in behind, and they're going to trade out Marmalou for Yomps. That's one extra soldier down on each side, making it a 5v4. But there we go. Ascent losing so many players, and Froyotech dominantly taking the first mid.
Yeah, absolutely. What a great mid from Froyo. Their positioning was just excellent there. They Blaze going up the drop down behind. He actually didn't get any frags, but just the pressure he was able to put on from that position was a main catalyst in the win for Froyo there. Ascent just pinched. They had to go for an aggressive move and already down 1. It was destined to fail. Nursey still on the respawn screen, so Uber not building at all for Ascent. Buff's not out on the field. Froyo, they're in lobby. They're ready to push. Defensive off classes here on the side of Ascent, though, for on that Pyro. He's been playing a whole lot of that. Patty as well, switching off, trying to get that gun up as fast as possible. And here, Froyo in River, the Beeb. He has the beam on him. Their stickies around the corner. The gun is down. It's going to make it way easier. The crits is coming in. One sticky before with a reflect. Nothing yet. Soldier bomb. Marmalou goes down, but that might be it. The rocket's trying to come in. A last-minute sticky doesn't connect. Vor with the reflex. The Pyro was so effective there. Yomps on to Badonsky. Gets traded out. Eric is in. He wins the 1v1. Meech out on the Patty, but Vor on the point. That's 2. The scout combo down to the flames of the Pyro. Sai hitting the directs. It's a 3 versus 3. The positioning for Froyo. They have all the blast to play with, but the respawns are coming in. Marmalou down so early. Eric down. It's just Shane and Habib. They're trying to get out of lobby. Marmalou, he's on the chase, but with only 115 HP, he'll have to slow it down.
A fantastic hold by Ascent. I mean, managing to block that from Froyotech. The crit screen didn't get anything from Habib, and Shade living, going to be able to stay on that. Now, Saigai taken down by Yomps. Froyotech don't necessarily want to give up the second point that easily, despite Nursey having this 100% Uber charge. A fight here could go bad for Froyotech. Bor popping it off. He gets Blaze and Banny, so that's 2 players down on the side of Froyotech. Shade goes down as well. Marmalou manages to get that one, but Eric on the back cap.
Oh, that's what Eric does! Eric is so sneaky. He gets so many back caps. The amount of times I've seen this man back cap on Gully Wash is absurd, and he does it again. You can see Habib just bombing in there to delay at the last second. That is the Eric classic. I mean, this is actually a play that he made that won the ESEA Grand Finals against Ascent just last season. They need to be going, the Habib.
Habib, absolutely. Badonsky going to get in here a lot faster than the enemy team's Demo Man. Going to get a lot extra spam down. You hear the crowds chanting about that one. Yomps going to be it once again, going up through drop down, similar to what Blaze did last time, or maybe just running around this lower area finally. Habib and the rest of the team have arrived, and they're ready to do some damage. Marmalou with a big first bomb, getting the frag down onto Banny. That's 1 scout down to the main caller down the side of Froyotech, but they lose Badonsky and Marmalou, and they're just running across the point. Saigai and Patty doing an excellent job. The scouts on the side of Ascent.
Just Blaze alive.
2 extra, Patty the 3rd. Blaze, though, does get the final frag on a Nursey.
Blaze saving the mid again. He's so effective on these mids. The Froyotech soldiers, they just have so much control of the map. They're invading the Ascent drop down and putting on so much pressure. That time, the Ascent scouts able to get the frag, though, so they do cap that mid. They're trying to cap second now, too. Banny doing his best to delay, fighting that 1v1 with Bor. Both of them on such low HP, but somehow able to survive. In the meantime, the other Ascent scout, that's Patty, he caps up, too. So Froyo, they are going to come out back in full force with a respawn wave. They're going to get that second point back very quickly. Ascent holding mid here as Ubers, they're starting to even out. And at this point, we can assume Ascent, they will go for their soldier sack, something along those lines. They also, of course, on Gully Wash, maybe they'll steal the classic Froyo play, sending in that scout through the lower door in dungeon. That's also an option as well. The Gully Wash flank is easy to take over, and they might want to abuse that.
So Nursey at 80% already with her Uber charge. She's going to have a slight advantage over Froyotech, about 20%. I don't really expect Ascent to want to push off that, but of course, I mean, they've got a lot of options in front of them now, only 80% from Shade, so if they want to start sending in some sacks on the side of Ascent, they are down 1-0, 5 minutes into this game, so a lot can still happen. It's still only map 1. Ascent, good job to be able to come out here and win this second mid, be in the driver's seat for this second round. You don't want to come out to your first map in the grand finals and just get rolled back by a couple of rounds. Froyo did get the first one in Ascent. Unfortunately, they had to let them get that one. But the fact that they were to come back out here stronger than ever and make sure that they're not going to just roll over. Here we see the first soldier bombing in. Now Marmalou gets the force out of Shade. There we go. There's a scout in with him as well. And we'll see what he can then pull off your board. Just jumping around, doesn't get anything, but lives for so long. So with Shade at only 3% Uber charge now, Nursey up at 100. All cards on the side of Ascent.
Yeah, Ascent, they might try to hold this choke with the Uber. Sai wants to take it in. Yomps, he's through the drop down, and still Ascent just hanging on the choke. Yomps bombing in, trying to get the force, but denied by the scout. Great shots from Patty, just keeps him suspended, and he's not able to connect the rockets onto Nursey. Now, Ascent with a player advantage, massive Uber ad, and down a soldier. It's going to be much harder for Froyo to get this force out. Ascent, they're creeping in choke now. Badonsky checking up top, nothing there. Soldier's going to take the high ground and the sticky spam, keeping Froyo at bay. Actually, that's Blaze trying to bomb in, but just under the point, not able to get any damage onto Nursey, still holding on to this Uber. Shade at 60%, Patty with a pick onto Blaze, so potential here for Ascent to actually push last if they get aggressive in this moment, and you can see that's what they're going to do. Patty looks like he wants to take it in through main. He does Uber force. Shade trying to cross over. He's right onto him. Shade's so weak.
No.
He just barely gets in his spawn.
Yes, he
Eric
can.
down. Banny weak, trying to switch off Ascent. They're trying to go towards the point. Marmalou with a pick onto Yomps, doing more damage. Marmalou onto Banny. Oh, he caps it out.
We're tied 1-1 here after the second round on Gully Wash. Lots of time remaining. You can hear the crowds behind Ascent ready to go here on the third mid-fight, rolling out. I mean, Patty went so huge in that last round, ended on a 5K, but just dominating on top of Froyotech, leading his team the way they need him to. So Badonsky now in the low ground, going to be a big bomb actually immediately from the soldier there, Marmalou. Does get down to Beavis, he's going to end up dying. Blaze as well getting taken down, but still 4 already down on the side of Ascent. Oh, with the Uber Saw, but Nursey, that's not going to matter at all as Banny takes her down. That's just one soldier, make it 0. Froyotech coming back very strong.
Both pocket soldiers finding the med pick late in that fight. In the meantime, we were watching Yomps on the chase with Nursey, but Sai, left alone on mid, was able to take down Shade. So at this point, Ubers are going to be even at a dead 0 as Yomps taking this forward positioning. No cat time on 2 yet. And actually with that bit of a delay, Ascent, they might have enough time to get out here and stop this. It's really just Yomps taking on the river position. You can see Badonsky peeking that shutter. Scouts coming in full force. Yomps knows he has to get out of there immediately. Pocket coming in. Marmalou actually opens it up with a pick onto Banny. This could be bad for Froyo. They're still committing in. Soldier trying to get out. Yomps once again recognizes that he's in the danger zone. He's going to be able to get out of choke, just barely returning, trying to get that med pack and stay alive. Froyo in control of mid, but with Banny still down, potential here for Ascent to push.
Yeah, absolutely. 3 seconds on Banny's respawn. I think they kind of were poking forward with a few players, but deciding against it ultimately, they don't want to go, especially not before Nursey has that Uber charge. So, I mean, we can see Shade here on your screen. Froyotech are going to be looking to get aggressive here into the second point, maybe send some sacks in to see what they want to do. Now, they got to be careful. Okay, the sticky trap does get called out, and nobody dies to it. Here we go, popping off the crits and hitting nothing with it. There goes Badonsky. They're going to get that first frag, but already Nursey has her Uber charge, and she pops it off. Side guy shotguns down Yomps. And that's going to be the pocket soldier down on the side of Froyotech. 5v5 currently unfolding on the second point. You still see Habib pushing forward, but he getting a whole lot of damage. Patty running forward with the heels of his team, but out behind, you didn't even see that. Nursey taken down by Blaze. And this is going to be so many frags on the side of Froyotech to get absolutely everybody.
You know, Ascent just not watching the flank there. You can see all those Froyo players in behind. Blaze, Eric just ready to pounce. That's what they do so well on Gully Wash. Get into that lobby. Right now it's just Badonsky trying to keep the scouts at bay as Froyo, they're trying to get into last year. Habib sticking up the point. He wants the scout to run on. Banny does get on it. Cap time going off. Marmalou down. Banny with another pick onto Badonsky. Habib just cleaning up right now, spamming on to the point. But Sai with 2 picks. This is possible. The shotgun's out. Banny with his 4th, 5th. 5 from Banny melee. Oh, almost 6, but Blaze takes the frag. That's the second round for Froyo, and they claim that round off of what they do so well on Gully. This is why this is their go-to map. Their abuse of the flank is excellent, and it wins them a second round here against Ascent 2-1. Still so much time on the clock. This could go either way.
Such a back and forth match so far. They're going to be rolling to the 4th mid-fight in this match. Only 10 minutes down on the clock, so 20 still remain. And already very low on the side of Ascent's demo man. We can see if they want to continue on with this aggression. Side guy down to the bottom area here trying to fight Blaze. Blaze actually a nice little surf up top. They're going to survive it for a little bit longer before it's like losing 3 players very, very early. Marmalou on top does find the assist. That's everybody down on the side of Froyotech, and Ascent wanting to roll this straight into last and tie the game up if they can.
Yeah, it could be 2-2 in no time. Ascent just hitting all the shots. Froyo, no positioning whatsoever. Sai doing a great job of taking over the low slower positioning on that mid. So much damage coming out, and Froyo, they just can't seem to get out of their choke. Vanny trying to put up the gun, but Sai destroying it immediately. So no sentry to worry about on this push. It is about to come in through River here. You can see Patty, he wants the Uber. It does get popped off. What can Patty do? He's trying to get in. Bodonsky now with the flash. They have to take out this gun. It does go down. Time coming down on the point. Froyo trying to get back in. So much damage on both sides, but no one down yet. That's Vanny. Bombs coming in onto the point.
Ascent, you're getting all the
huge
frags.
damage. Patty, they cleaned it up. What a push.
Tying the game at 2-2. Froyotech lose that round, and Ascent now are tying it at 2. So it is first to 5 or as time runs out. So again, 3 more rounds are all both of these teams need in order to win the first map in our best of 5 in the Rewind Grand Finals. The 5th mid fight now. Habib immediately greeted by a sticky trap and a second one as Bodonsky gets mid just a little bit faster than he can. Marmalou eats a lot of damage and tries to bomb up. Bodonsky eats a lot as well. Yomps gets the first frag onto him, traded out for Eric. Now it's 1-for-1 frag back and forth. Yomps, big bomb onto the medic, does get that frag on a Nursey. That leaves only 3 live on Froyotech, but it's just Patty in a 1v3, hiding behind these boxes. I mean, he's in a really tough position. Craters to his death, and Vanny with the taunts. Oh, the BM.
Patty, the last man down there for Ascent. Other respawns coming in. Such a long mid fight. They're just now going to get the cap off. So many players down on both sides. But finally for Froyo, Shade able to survive a mid. He's been going down at all the previous ones. Actually, damage here coming in onto Habib. That's the Soldier and River Marmalou. But he's going to get out of there. Froyo have full control of the second point. And now Ascent, they need to build this Uber up as fast as possible. Get these defensive off classes going. That's what they're going to do. Froyo, they want to take this in as fast as possible before the gun can go up.
Froyotech looking to take it in 100% on Shade. Looking to get nice and shiny. They got to heal up their demo man, everybody first. Running in through lower main. There's a sentry gun they got to worry about, but it's only level 1 pyro up there as well. Don't forget about him. He's going to be able to reaggress into this. Marmalou, the first frag in this. And now the pyro coming out, but not really doing a whole lot. Getting some reflex, but Patty and Boar both go down. Froyotech have not lost any players yet, and there's only Bodonsky and Nursey left alive. Bodonsky beneath the point. This is going to be so hard to hold. Nursey's on Engineer, trying to run out to the point. 3-2 for Froyotech.
Rapid fire rounds so far. 5 of them in the first 12 minutes of this game. Ascent, they've had good mids up to this point, but on that last one, Froyo, Yomps especially, just the opening pick onto Bodonsky was so crucial, and then also just getting the jump right onto Nursey in the big door, so Yomps making it happen for Froyo. He's been such a key player for the team.
A fantastic game so far as we're just approaching that halfway mark. Bodonsky again, they gotta watch these 2 soldiers pull immediately onto him. Yomps and B both get a couple of frags, but trading out 2 for 2. Now so low on the side of Nursey, only 21 HP, getting that pack healing back up. It's a 4-on-4 right now, but make that 4-on-3 as Marmalou does die. So here's Sai Guy on the point, gonna be going for a big bomb, trying to get on the frag. There we go, Shade taken down. So Nursey living out with Patty is gonna put huge overcharge advantage on the side of Ascent. It's gonna be 100, however, they are on their last.
Such a massive play from Sai. Everyone on Froyo knew that was coming. He was just waiting on the point. He was allowing time for Nursey to get out with the scouts so he could go for that bomb. 2 scatterguns waiting for him, and he still made it happen. Excellent shot there on to Shade, but look at this positioning here. This could be massive for Froyotech.
Oh, he just looked at him.
Spotted. He shoots Bodonsky in the back. Nothing for Vanny. Patty goes down and returns the taunt.
Oh no, Patty countering the BM with his own BM, taking down the flanking Vanny, and he's punishing that aggressive play. Boar taken down very early as Ascent are walking in through this choke. Froyotech just on the retreat. They really can't afford, but they pop the Uber charge out of Nursey, and with that force coming out, Froyotech are now in a position to power. If they can get back in on this middle point, they could turn the tides. Marmalou going down, but trading for a blaze. Scout just running forward into Habib, but finally taken down. Patty is by a big pipe. Yes, Sai getting in onto Shade. That is no more medic on the side of Froyotech. Uber charge advantage once again in favor of Ascent. Vanny pressuring this frag in on lower, gets down Boar, and now we see Nursey in a little bit dangerous position. Does have to surf it back inside, but she's got Bodonsky with her, and I think she'll be okay.
Yeah, Shade's still down, not going to be able to heal his teammates here on 2. Ascent could contest to be trying to sticky up the door so his scouts can get this cap off, but Bodonsky trying to get the pressure on Froyo will get the cap. Nursey staying alive. Large ad here for the side of Ascent. Look, Shade just started building this, so they're going to be pushing out a river here. Marmalou needs to make this space. He's trying to push the Soldier back. Going to be Froyo Soldier trying to just retake that positioning. Is now in the flank. It's still Habib, not able to connect with the medic, and he's going to go down. Oh, Sai! 2v1! So good with the shotgun, and now he wants to go for that Soldier.
My God, Froyotech all are down. It's only Yomps on the back half. We didn't even see it. 4-2 for Froyotech.
That is what Yomps does. Taking a page out of his playbook from his flank scout days. Able to get that back cap. It looked so good for Ascent. Sai with a huge play on the flank, but not able to watch Yomps.
Next mid-fight coming out here, Ascent down by 2. Froyotech, if they get one more round, they will take the first map in a very fast game. Soldier throwing back to his own choke. Eric eats a pipe from Badonsky, the first casualty of this one. Blaze up through drop down now, right in behind the medic, and perfectly timed, gets a frag and a Nursey. Badonsky down as well, but hold on, maybe they're turning things around. Ascent, they're getting so many frags. Shade picks one up on the board, but it's only him and Banny against Sai and Marmalou. It's a 2v2. Banny pushing across the point, gets Marmalou. Now Sai with 60 HP. I don't even know where he is. I don't think he's fighting this anymore, though.
Yeah, tough position for these soldiers.
There
he's going to
he
get
is.
spotted. There's no hope for him. He is going to go down. Banny, great win on the 2v1, but huge advantage when he has that buff and the medic and all the speed and positioning in the world. So he's going to clean it up, and now Froyo in position to try to take this last round. Patty actually on sniper with a peek. Misses 2 shots, had a big opportunity. They're not able to make the shot, though. Rotating back into lobby, and now because of that, Ascent, with those late deaths of the soldiers on mids, they just have to retreat all the way back to last. Not much else to do. You're going to get these off classes up again. This time they need to defend, or the map is going to be over. Badonsky with a trap.
Yeah, Blaze getting taken down now. That's going to hurt Froyotech's chances if they want to get into this last point. It kind of looks like they do. I mean, already fairly large Ubercharge on Nursey, 90%. So they're going to pop it in, but I'm not sure they really realize what's going on right here. Banny using this Ubercharge to get right in on the point, but the soldiers right in his face immediately. And now we see the Ubercharge popped off by Nursey and the Pyro flaming down all of these players. Habib gets taken down. There's only a couple of Froyo players still trying to survive here. Out with the skill stick, but Yomps is getting a couple of frags. This could be dangerous for Ascent. Out with the bottle, but the respawns are coming in, and the rockets on the center are just too strong.
Actually, Sai gonna fight a 1v1 here. Soldier in, Blaze wins that. He's in river so weak. Looks like he wants to go for the point, but he knows no chance of that happening with all the respawns coming in. Ascent able to defend that Pyro on the side of Ascent. Patty doing a great job keeping the Uber at bay and getting the frags post, but still Ascent, the amount of losses they took, just not going to enable them to actually push out here. They're gonna have to defend again. Froyo posted up in river already. They're getting so aggressive. They're not letting Ascent get any time to build or just a second to take a deep breath here and reset. They're just constantly pressuring with the spam and the stickies.
Once again, some defensive off classes out. And Froyotech again sitting on this match point. If they win this, they will take the first map of the best of 5. So, I mean, they can kind of just sit here, wait for the perfect opportunity to push, because Ascent, one wrong move will end the map for them. And I mean, 12 minutes left on the clock doesn't seem like a whole lot, but I mean, we've already seen 6 rounds. This is round number 7. It's been a very fast game, back and forth. Everybody's giving so many rounds, and now Froyotech in a position, if they want to be able to go, they're just going to be reaching 100% Uber charge right now. Nursey had hers a little bit sooner, but of course, nothing that Ascent can really do in a position like that. So Froyotech, I mean, the ball is in their court as they're going to look to get into last.
Yeah, Sai, so much vision in lobby right now, and no one there. So he has to assume everyone's coming from river. Bomb in, Blaze in river.
Oh, Patty!
Patty with the reflect kill onto Blaze, shuts down that sack attempt. Not going to get even close to any damage on Nursey. Marmalou now peeking up in the river, might go for an attempt himself. It's actually Sai fighting 1v1 in lobby against Banny, but he'll go down. Banny just spy checking the game sense on this man.
Yeah, just wants to make sure Eric's on his team, I suppose. Pushing forward now, though, I mean, Froyotech, they have this one pick advantage. They're trying to spam out the gun. The Pyro's standing on it now, and Banny down below, fighting a 1v1 against the soldier here. That's not generally a fight that's going to favor him. And with Yomps dying to Badonsky and Banny dying to Badonsky, that's 2 picks on the side of Ascent. They're pushing forward with their Pyro. Patty wants to maybe get aggressive in on 2, but Marmalou taken down by Habib in upper river. That's going to maybe stall out any sort of push that Ascent were thinking of. And I think it was more just a bomb in. Sai Guy in a 1v1 once again out with the shotgun, and shotgun proves mightier than the rocket launcher, but Eric in there to clean up that final frag and help his team out. So it's going to end up being a 1-for-1 trade, 5-on-5 at the moment still. And Froyotech, I mean, they haven't been able to get into last, but again, they're still just sitting on second.
Yeah, Froyo's still trying to peek from this river, but it's just so hard to get anywhere in Gully Wash last. I mean, especially so when there's a level 3 sentry up, just watching all the entrances, the pyro reflecting. So potentially at some point here, I mean, they might even want to go for the Patty and just see if they can take an Uber trade, but actually Patty himself gonna mix things up here. Yomps just trying to see if there's any kind of opening, anything he can do. This gridlock defense from Ascent has been keeping them at bay for the past few minutes.
Yeah, no more sentry gun on the side of Ascent, and you can see Patty's already running back into spawn to change back on a scout. So we can see Froyotech maybe getting ready to go in with no sentry gun. It's going to make it a lot easier. They're going to run Eric in on this right-hand side and Blaze up from the water as well. Can he get some time on point, or is he coming with a bomb? No, Patty with the denial, but they get the force regardless, and this is going to mean 100% Uber advantage in favor of Shade, unless Patty goes like huge here. But I mean, this is such a difficult pop, and already Shade's just going to pop very early, get as many frags as they can, taking down Badonsky first. Banny in the back lines wants to take down Patty in this fight, but I mean, he's juking and dodging, and Marmalou comes in, takes down Shade. Psy Guy with 2 frags of his own, out with the shotgun, does get taken down by Eric, who's retreating back to the middle point, but Froyotech somehow lose 4 players in that fight.
Such a risky play from the Ascent flank. They were all the way behind. They somehow, off the back of a really bad Uber, somehow made it work. Froyo just couldn't find the frags, and when the Uber faded Ascent, they were just waiting all around them to just pinch them, and somehow it worked. So well played to Ascent. I mean, I expected that to really be the 5-2 there, Corn Pop, but they made it happen, so props to them. Psy, once again, just going huge. The rocket shotgun combos, he's just getting so many frags. So now Ascent, they have control of the 2 finally after a fairly long last stalemate. Unsuccessful pushes coming in from Froyo time and time again. They have to figure out how to stop that pyro and the gun, but now look at this Ascent. They have Uber, they're coming into mid here. Not forced to pop up yet, Psy taking a lot of damage. They do pop, both soldiers close. Bombing with a shotgun onto the scout, actually hits some meat, but not able to get the frag. Froyo all the way pushed out, still Uber not up, so they will have a tough time contesting this if they opt to do it, but it doesn't look like that's in the cards. Well, maybe I spoke too fast. They are almost at their Uber now, and looks like they're ready to come in. But actually, oh, Marmalou and choke. 1 frag, but it's help from Boar. That's 2.
What?
And look at this,
1
they're going to be all in behind. Uber popped.
And yeah, they're running forward. Froyotech, I mean, they've gotten a lot of positioning in on this middle point. Banny down below. Also trades for Marmalou. That should not have been a trade, but Marmalou hits a crazy rocket to make sure that Banny goes right down with him. Now it's a 3v4 fight, and still here on the middle and second rotation. Habib just trying to get back down to last because Ascent have firmly taken control over this middle point. Now already time onto that second. So Froyotech in a difficult position here. 8 minutes still on this clock, plenty of time, and Ascent getting ready to get their 3rd round on the board.
Marmalou inside, they're, not necessarily the players with the most pedigree in the server, newer to this upper echelon of the scene, but their soldier DM is unbelievable. I mean, you can put it up there with the best of all time. The rockets they're hitting right now are insane. Ascent posted up in River. They want to take this push. They have to add. It's about to come in. Flash onto Patty Badonsky. They need to get this gun down. Pyro on the side of Froyo. Not going to do much to deflect those stickies, and time on the point. Froyo need to touch it. So much time going off Ascent. They get the cap.
4-3 now still in favor of Froyotech, but Ascent so much closer because of that 1 quick round. I mean, they were on death's door holding Uber, their last point at full Uber charge disadvantage, and somehow coast to coast taking it back, getting that 3rd round on the board. So mid-fight number 8 coming out here. Badonsky trying to spam down some stickies. Habib, the exact same play by the Froyo down man. And Marmalou up so aggressively onto Habib, but it's him who's taken down, and Badonsky as well. Or gets the return frag onto Blaze, but Shade going down to Psy. So many of Ascent's players that are remaining are just already out. There is still Boris trying to fight on this middle point, but he's got to fight a 2v1, and he's on so little HP. I mean, this would be an incredible feat if he managed to kill even 1, but Banny with a 3rd frag of this mid does take him down.
Yeah, Boar playing whack-a-mole up drop down. He does go down. Psy, how many times is he going to be allowed to find Shade on these mids?
Yeah.
It's, I mean, like 3rd, 4th time it's happened. So Psy doing a great job, and Nursey able to survive the mid. So Ascent, they're going to be able to make a re-push here, and that's what they're gathering up to right now. And the Uber not yet popped. They're making their way through choke. Badonsky, Patty, Psy. Actually, Psy going down. He so much spam. Uber popped off onto Patty. No frags to find. Just a soldier trying to push the flank, just getting juggled around. Yomps down, but Froyo still with decent positioning here. Actually, great positioning as the bombs are now coming in. Ascent need to make something happen soon because it's Froyo. Oh, what a rocket, but Shade just barely staying alive, and that positioning on Froyo just paying off. The spam angles for them just far superior, and they end up winning that fight because of it.
Patty had the medic and Demoman dead to right, just charging forward, and then somehow Blaze hits a super important rocket and just crushes the dreams of Ascent. So it's not over yet, but they have a very tough mountain ahead of them, and that is Froyotech with 100% Uber charge knocking on their door to last. Here they come. Nursey only at 45% Uber charge. So they're trying to get the defensive op classes up as soon as they can, but Froyotech are wasting no time in through the river area, trying to get this heavy down, the pyro as well. If they can get these players down, that would be best for them. Get some time on the point. They win this, they win the map. Marmalou on the point trying to block it, about half capped off now. Patty hasn't taken too much damage. Blaze with a big bomb here does get the medic, but other than that, there's still 2 defensive classes left alive. I'm not sure it's going to happen for him. Ascent, Froyotech are going to get
Froyo
it.
take the first map 5-3, finally able to make one of those last pushes work, beating the defensive Ascent. It was so strong, but they figured it out, and that is going to be the first map win for them. A real close one. Of course, the difference